for my chosen ones. And it's gonna be a quick one, but I needed to say it. And so I was like, go make this message right now. I was like, while I was fixing my face up a little bit to do some other content, this is what came to me. Um, you have destiny helpers both in positive and negative energy, which I made a video about the yesterday. I made this video yesterday. You will have your destiny helpers. Not all of them will be happy to help you. Not all of them will be happy to help you. I told you some people are going to help you with the attitude. Some people are going to help you and talk about you behind your back. Some people are going to help you and talk about you to your face. Some people are going to help you and put you down to your face. Some people are going to help you. And that's where you develop the thick skin in the process, because you're going to be going out amongst the masses. You're going to be, now this is where we can take from the Bible. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't when it comes to the Bible or any man manipulated book. You don't know what parts of it where there's just their selfish will, right? But take these stories into account that when Christ, Yeshua, at that time went out to help people, not everybody believed in him. Not everybody could be helped by him because, especially not in his hometown, right? It's like, oh, you know, you're nobody here. You're nobody here. But when he went out into the world amongst the masses, they were awaiting his arrival. So you're gonna have to ignore the noise where people are familiar with you and believe you are who you've been shown who you are. And it could be this hidden secret right among everybody. Everybody's like, where is this? Where is that? And it's standing right there among them, but they don't value what's around them. They don't even look at it for what it is. And so, whatever it is that a lot of people need, it's in you, but they reject you. They reject the healing. They reject the knowledge. They reject the growth. They reject the transformation and the change. When they reject you, they reject everything that's in you. So when you go out to do what you're called to do, like Christ is a level of consciousness that connects you to your soul, your higher self, the spirit realm. Once you've reached that level of consciousness, you're awakened. I'm conscious of the fact that I'm a spirit. I can hear it. Having a human experience. And I don't just play, oh God, gonna do this. God. Jesus gonna come back and, confirmation. Wow, it's in me and I'm receiving the messages, I'm receiving the information, and I know that I'm called to do something more. And I can't be afraid of what I see, what I'm guided to do, because the path is narrow, the path is jagged, the path is dark. That's to keep the people who aren't meant to go with you out. Because if it was a tunnel that was fully lit up and it had nice velvet furniture and a mimosa bar and a hookah lounge and a buffet, everybody's going with you, honey. It had to look dark, scary, and ugly. It had to look like, oh, well, if I don't want to go with you, you must be going the wrong way. That's not the right way to live. That's not the best way to proceed. It doesn't look as exciting. It doesn't come with, oh, sports and activities after work to stay mentally checked out. Your favorite Netflix series over and over again to stay checked out. It doesn't come with that. It comes with a lot of isolation, meditation, and alone time. A lot of going to sit out in the wilderness, in nature. So take from that part of the Bible where you saw they were called Moses, Abraham, Noah, Christ. They all had to go sit out in nature, get grounded under the sun, put their feet in the grass, and feel and see internally. There was no one else who could see what they saw. They were always given a witness. They were always given a witness. And people are going to say, you're crazy. They said Christ is crazy. And that's why that version of the story ends up with him on a cross. They got rid of him according to their story. They don't want you to know he lived on, so they remove the other books of the Bible, quite naturally. Anywho, I digress. So, reinforcements were sent. We're all writing books, we're all telling stories. And there are going to be so many people around you who are going to try to call you crazy, call you this, and they don't realize look at this person's life. Go read about Christ in the Bible. Christ was rejected by the church. Christ consciousness is rejected by the church. All of them. If you cannot be controlled because you recognize that you are a sovereign being, you're a free spirit, and you have to go put yourself into agreement, under a new covenant, and obey those laws. Once you subject yourself to them and you decide, I'm not doing that, then you're a problem when you can't be controlled. You're a problem when you can't be controlled. You're a problem when you can't be controlled. However, when you're going along doing what everybody else wants you to do, draining yourself, not being happy, not living in your truth, not walking your true path, and things aren't working out for you, they don't care. You're doing. Got my third chakra. I mean, abrupt stop in my back. Like, they don't care. They're going to, it's going to be a hard hit. They don't care as long as you're doing what they want you to do with your energy. It's all about energy. How did you use your energy on this planet? How are you using your life force? How are you using it? Okay? So, the moral of this story is you're called to do more than you know. You're called to do so much, and you're separated. You're picked out. When there are elite forces, it's not for the masses. The whole world is not an elite force. There's a select few picked out, typically a handful, and they live by a different code, a different covenant, and they have a special set of skills, and they maneuver and do things that people don't even imagine, right? Consider yourself like that. Only you're supposed to walk among people in peace, love, and light, and they will reject you. It doesn't matter how good you are to them, they will find a reason to hate you. It's like, be nice to people and watch them still talk stuff in your face. Watch them still make slick comments. Watch them still go lie on you behind your back. Watch them still be like, I don't want you here. I can't stand being around you. I don't want your help. Watch them. You have to see it sometimes to believe it. You have to see it to believe it. That people's misery has nothing to do with you, chosen one, but it was the path that you signed up for. You got to play it out. You got to live it out. No one may support you on this journey or believe you are who you are and you're called to do what you're called to do, no matter how many signs they've been given. But it's only for you to believe, for your work to be done. And so we can't keep looking outside of ourselves to other people who are asleep, who are unhappy, who are miserable, and say, hey, do you see what I... No, I don't see what you see. Leave me alone. And it's real. Right? They don't see what you see. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. And when you've learned enough lessons, you'll get to a point on your path where I really just got to focus on this mission. Bingo. I got to focus on this mission. So show me what's next. Because I need to move on to my next. I need to walk in my purpose. You might have that time out to learn some lessons and to heal. Because your former part of your life might have been full of karmic lessons through abusive relationships, abusive work environments, abusive business environments, toxic friendships, just a life full of lessons. And your God shall supply all of your needs. So all you have to do is go within and ask. While you're in your period of rest, healing, and rejuvenation, do not forget that there are certain things that aren't meant to be a part of your life at this time. It's just not for you right now. So you're going to have to let that go. And while you're in the period of rest and restoration to be revealed again, you are not, you are not, you are not going to be recognizable at the end of it. So stop thinking, oh, I went through this to learn lessons, go get plucked back right back where I was. Your whole life's gonna change. New city. I see a gold circle forming around that city. Everything in it is going to change when you enter into that place. Everything's changing when you go there. People might talk against it. If you mention it to them, oh, this, oh, that, you're going to hear them. That doesn't apply to you. You're the change that needs to be seen. This is going to be a place where you can actually do what you're called to do. Not only are you going to have destiny helpers, you're going to have your soul tribe. 1111, when I say soul tribe on my timer here. Not only are you going to have your destiny helpers, you're going to have your soul tribe. And don't think you're confined to this city. This city is just the pinnacle of where you can set up a home base, where you can thrive. But you're going to be international. You're global. You didn't go through all of this for nothing. You don't ever go through anything for nothing. It's like saying your mother looked at you and said, I'm going to put you through these unnecessary changes. Nope, every change a mother or everything a mother has her child to do will mean something in the end, because mothers operate with their child's best interest at heart. Yes, I'm going to make you get up and do something tough because I love you. And I know you're going to need to build this habit or this skill set for later in life. Yes, I'm going to toughen you up, and I'm going to also teach you how to love through my actions. I'll teach you love through the way I treat you, and I'll teach you how to thrive and live. Confirmation. Through all the things I lay out for you. I'm not telling you to do this for nothing, right? So a child might not understand why I don't have to learn cursive at school, but my mom makes me practice at home. There are going to be texts that are written that are going to have some valuable information for you that you might be so fortunate enough to come along later and you can't read script. Mothers prepare their children for what they see is to come. When you have your child, you're given a vision for your child. And you pass that vision on to your child when they're old enough to handle it. You let them see who they are. But you're already showing who your children are going to be. You know who your children are going to be. If you are spiritually awakened, you know that your children have a calling on their life. You know who they're going to be. And you know their pitfalls. You know their weaknesses. You know, I'm glad I had this child first, because we couldn't leave that youngest one in the house by himself. We need this oldest one to be here first and more mature, stable, and responsible, right? And so you have to understand that you do not grow weary in well doing, because this is how you build the muscle, just like Karate Kid. Daniel's wax on, wax off. You will never forget the things you had to do repeatedly. You will never forget your training. You will never forget your training. So as you go through this part of the wilderness, just like in Deuteronomy where they were coming out through. Yes, I have a Christian background. I was raised in a church. Grandfather's a whole pastor, the whole nine. You all, I was always led as a child to go to church. Even if I spent the night at a friend's house, I was always going to church. I always wanted to go to church. I was a weird little kid that wanted to go to church. Right? And I just always wanted to go to church. I wanted to hear, I wanted to see, I wanted to learn. I wanted to understand what was in the book. I wanted to know. Because they said God was at church. I wanted to go. I wanted to go learn about God. Fast forward, in my 30s, I started my spiritual awakening. And that's when I wanted to learn more about myself. So in order to learn more about myself, I had to leave the church. I couldn't open up what was inside of me and still be welcome. I couldn't have that level of knowledge and operate in my power. If I know myself, then I know my power. And when you know you're powerful, you don't allow anybody to control you. You speak differently. You move differently. You begin to look differently. You begin to become shaped, reformed from the inside out. First, people will say, "You're glowing." Oh, that glow, that glow is letting your inner light shine outward to the world. It comes from a certain level of peace, joy, happiness, and contentment with self. I got me. I know who I am. I'm awakened. I know what I can do. I know when I'm reading stories about Christ in the Bible, that's about me. Those are instructions. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. I know these were instructions. Layered with a few lies, a few manipulation, and some spells, and some this and some that in there. But go read all the ancient books. There's something in them, right? And that's when you ask for discernment. Show me the lie. Show me the truth. Show me the instructions. Show me the affirmation. Show me the spell. Prayers are spells. You're making things happen. You open your mouth and you make things happen. You cast it out. Cast the energy out. They tell you to repeat them daily. Repeat them daily. Repeat them daily. But in different cultures and different religions, they're referred to differently. In spirituality, they're spells. So I say this to say that the lines are very blurred right now. People in the religious community and the spiritual community are speaking the same language. You can't tell anymore. The spells are starting to sound the same. And so that's when you know that the wall, the great divide that was put up to keep us locked out of our own bodies. Imagine standing outside of your house and beating on the door and you can't get in. Why am I locked out of my house? Let's say you're visiting. Great analogy. And your house a castle, baby. Your house is a castle, a fortress, hidden in the woods. So let's say you've been visiting. Everybody's congregated and visiting someone else's castle, so to speak. And I wear my crown on purpose, and I cover my crown on purpose when I come before you on this portal to the entire universe and present myself. I show you I'm covered, and I show you I know who I am. And so, battery low. Of course it is. Screen went dark. Absolutely no one has been shown my live. All messages. No coincidence. No one has been shown this live. When you speak truth and the vibration carries, this is only meant for some people to see. I will tell you this. You're congregated at somebody else's castle. You've been there for a long time, learning all about what they want you to know while you're there. When you're in someone else's house, you're learning about what they want you to know. You came to witness the me show from their perspective. You're watching like, wow, this is great. So what about me? Let me go home and go visit my castle. And you go off on this journey through the woods. That's your spiritual journey to awakening. And you finally get there. You hear things like, oh yeah, and Christ is this. What if I'm like Christ? Let me go off and find myself. Let me go find my castle. Let me go find my fortress, my stronghold, my safe place, the place where I'm powerful, right? You go off through the woods. And while you're going through the woods, your path is like buried. Like there's a trail to your house. It's a nice golden path, nice stones, everything. But it's been buried. So many things over it, trees falling over it. And you might think you're going the wrong way at some point because there's going to be so much covering it up. So much cover up. There's going to be so many things in your way. It's going to be so hard. It's going to be like, but as you uncover every truth, you're going to learn from whatever it took for you to uncover it. So as you're sweeping along your path, you're building muscles. As you're walking along your path, you're building your leg muscles. As you're walking, you're learning and gaining knowledge. You're seeing trees and bushes and berries and animals and things in life you've never seen before. You're you're on the way home and becoming you along the way. The person that's worthy of being there. Not the person that wasn't sure of themselves, was cloaked in somebody else's expectations and ideas. It's like you're shedding like a snake. Wise as a serpent. Wise as a serpent. You walking into that as you walk away from somebody else's belief of who you are and what you're supposed to do. You can come into agreement and into covenant with that, or you can go within. And you gotta ask, if somebody's telling me this, where are they getting it from? They went within and told you, this is my agenda for you. So what if I can go within and get my own agenda for myself? Wait a minute, we don't want you thinking like that. We can't control you like that. Spiritual things that were meant for all of God's children, for all of Yahweh's children, for all of her children. Mothers create life. So part of false teaching is that God the Father, go argue with your daddy. Because you better not argue with your mama. Something bad gonna come behind that one. Anyway, it's been a great reset, a great restoration. And as you see this, you see me. If you go back and look at any of my pictures when I started this journey in 2018, and I started making videos, I don't even look the same. I don't even look like I used to look. Nothing about me looks the way it used to look. As my internal perspective, my mindset, my thoughts, my actions, I no longer eat pork and beef. That stopped 15 years ago. You will have many shifts in your life. Just something in you is going to say, don't do this, don't do that. Later on, once you reach your front door of your own castle, you've gone through the path, you learned all the lessons, you cleared the obstacles and became a different person. In clearing those obstacles, you found out who you were. Like, I'm stronger than I knew. I moved this out of my way. I moved that out of my way. I overcame this. I chopped down the tree that was in my path and packed it up and put it on a little cart and drug it along with me. Now when I'm at my castle, I'll have firewood. That tree wasn't a problem on your path. That tree was there to help you. Chop it up and make some firewood. Okay? Everything that comes along your path, learn a lesson. Make it meaningful. Make it resourceful. Don't go bitter like, oh, I'm stuck here for 3 days. I got to chop down this, or a week, or a year. I got to chop down this giant tree and make it useful on my journey. Now, if you on your path chopping down a tree for a long period of time, some people are going to notice that. They're going to be looking like, what you doing? Hey, some negative, some positive. If I was you, I would just abandon the mission. I would just, we seen the story of Job, right? Yeah, I know how people going to tell you to stop what you doing, curse, deny God, and just go back to sleep. Go back. Go back. Turn around and go back. Go back and sit at somebody else's castle and go work and toil for them. Go sit in their congregation and serve them. Give them your money first. Do everything for them first. Sit in the church. Don't go out amongst the people in the wilderness. Don't go out in the world. Heal people, help people. Just donate to the ministry that goes out to help people. just give more money to the ministry that helps people, and you never actually gave your first fruit, the fruit of your own labor, the fruit of your own gifts. Never made it to those people. That's how you're supposed to reach people, through your gifts, your talents, your skills, and abilities that are innately in you, without having to think, breathe, or go summon anybody else to get you to do it with you. Right? It's all in you. What's in you that you can help people with? I'm using my voice right now in front of you. right now in front of you, from here to here to you. And honestly, from here to here to here to you. Because if it doesn't come from my higher self, resonate with my heart, but you could say your mind, right? So from my spirit to my heart, out to the people, why am I sharing it? How's it going to help you? So we have to be very careful about who said that. Did it come from up here? Did it resonate here? It wasn't out of love, so it should have never made it out of here. It should never make it out of here if it doesn't come from here. And so let's be mindful of that. Earth is heart. So the last shall be made first and the first shall be made last, right? E for evil. I'm just saying, hard times are about to be over. You're about to be out here doing the work you were called to do. You've been in training. I had to be so serious for this whole message. I don't know why they got me doing this today. It's like you're about to deliver a State of the Union address. So dress and deliver this message. And it's Sunday, which most people honor as the Sabbath, which is Saturday. But okay. Um this I wasn't expecting to say all this today, y'all. And I'm in a very, like, this is the most serious I've been on anything. And y'all look at my other videos, y'all know. Look at my face. Don't I even look different? I was led to do this. I said, look like yourself today. Be you today. Don't care what nobody thinks today. Don't go be you today. So many of you will catch this video on playback at a destiny moment in your life. I know it. And when you catch it, drop the date. When you see this video, put the date in the comments and say, I saw this video, 6/25/25. I saw this video 9/25/25. I saw this video 11/30/30. So that's when somebody's going to see it specifically, I know. These are all times they're going to be confirmation for you. I see blue, purple, and magenta. Magenta is kind of like a deep purpley pink, but it's still pink. Okay? So, I make these messages as a part of my calling, as a part of my purpose, what I agreed to do for whoever's seeing this. I did it for you. I don't want people to be lost when I can give words to help them along the way. And so everything's working for you. Nothing's ever working against you. Just trust the process and know that they cannot harm you. You're protected. You're protected. They cannot harm you. Now one day y'all gonna hear my story. Pre-order my book Experience. You're gonna hear my story. Because it can't all be said right now. It can't all be said because story's still being written. And my Experience is going to be a multi-volume book. From what I understand, it's going to be different pieces of my life at different times. And you will have similar experiences where you write a book today, you're going to feel like you need to write another one later because you just keep learning more, you keep evolving, you keep seeing more, you keep understanding. And that's what's going to resonate for you, okay? So, today's an amazing day to be you. Today's an amazing day to walk out in your purpose. Today's an amazing day. Don't miss it. I love y'all. Be great on purpose. So we're at 29:57. Hey, Amber. I just did a video I'm walking in purpose. I guess now we can switch over to live mode. How are you? Thank you for liking the live. Yeah. So today, Atlanta, Atlantis. I always speak over my water. I'm so happy to hear that. When I say today's a great day, today is a great day. So I just wrapped it up. So I'm going to, when I cut this live short, when I stop the live, that's when I'll go ahead and post it publicly. I'm not doing any editing. So you'll see the full video up until the point where you came on, is pretty much where I stopped it. But I felt that was the message. So it's almost about 30 minutes long. But, and it's probably one of my more serious messages. And you can see I look serious today. Get ready for more of this. Get ready for more of this. So, yes. So, I'm going to wrap that up here. And I love you all. And truly, truly push through. I'm here. Contact me while you can. I will not always be accessible like this. But I really want you to have clarity for where you're going and what you're going through without you giving up, quitting, or thinking nobody sees you. You're not the only one going through it. You're on your way to greatness, though. I love y'all.